Hello, and welcome to FinTech Silicon Valley's Crypto News with me, your host, Shane Glenn. This week's news headlines are: the Korean premium disappears, Walmart eyes blockchain-enabled drones, Tasos announces a board reshuffle and they're hiring developers, and finally, Overstock definitely does not get a subpoena. First up, the disappearance of the Korean premium. Throughout most of December and January, the prices for most cryptocurrencies on Korean-based exchanges were 20 to 50% higher than on non-Korean exchanges. This was due in part to the difficulty of non-Koreans in getting accounts on Korean exchanges, and it was also due to the difficulty of cryptocurrencies from being able to move from non-Korean exchanges into Korean exchanges. However, in the last 2 weeks, this premium has all but disappeared. It briefly actually went negative and now has settled in the 5 to 10% range. This is due to a combination of increased government controls on buying and selling cryptocurrencies inside Korea, which has tamped down on speculation, and perhaps due to increased arbitrage between major exchanges both in Korea and internationally. Most commentators view the decline of this premium as a sign of stabilization and maturity in the global cryptocurrency markets, which I think we can all agree is a good thing in general. Next up, Walmart's blockchain delivery drones. On March 1st of this year, the U.S. Patent Office published a Walmart patent application, and I want to stress this is an application, not a approved patent, that describes a blockchain-enabled, quote, smart package. These packages would use a blockchain to record things like environmental conditions, hops in a supply chain, delivery times, delivery methods, and even can do things like authenticate the contents of a package and record conditions inside the package for things like perishability. The patent further describes these smart packages as being delivered through traditional means like the U.S. Postal Service and also by new autonomous delivery systems, which could include flying drones. Now, it is very common for companies to file patents on ideas that they don't have any immediate plans to produce or to monetize, but this patent from Walmart is an indication that even the biggest and most conservative companies in the United States are actively researching blockchain technologies. Now, to move on to Tasos, you might recall that Tasos was the second largest ICO of 2017, raising just over $230 million. Last week, Tasos announced that they were looking to hire more software developers in their Paris office. This appears to be a very positive sign, an indication that Tasos has overcome the governance difficulties that plagued the company for most of the latter half of 2017. The developer hiring announcement came on the heels of a board restructuring that saw Ryan Jesperson and Olaf Carson-Wee join the Tasos board. Hopefully, this is a further indication that there will be significant software development to come out of Tasos as a company in 2018. Now finally, our last bit of news is that Overstock definitely did not receive a subpoena. On Friday of last week, the president of Overstock's T0 subsidiary reported that the company definitely didn't receive an SEC subpoena. The reason why this came up and the confusion was created by one of Overstock's SEC filings from last week, in which the company disclosed that they were voluntarily complying with an investigation that included T0's alternative trading system and the planned $250 million T0 ICO. Shares of Overstock dropped nearly 10% on Thursday on the news, but shares have since recovered now that T0 has explained what happened. That's it for this week. As always, you can find the latest FinTech news, cryptocurrency updates, and event calendars on FinTech Silicon Valley's Facebook page and at fintechsv.com. Thank you.